Welcome, this is Ant-Man 29 Able. Just come to a local bush reserve area and spotted a small lizard here, and I'm just about to set up my new hammock. And so I just cut this here and set up the hammock and give you a look. It's quite a nice day today, quite sunny out here in the bushland area, so hey, I might see a few snakes too, so just wait a moment. Here I am again. I just selected a tree, this big one here, but find that there's a big lizard there sunning himself. I was going to go between that tree and this one over here, but I think I'll just leave it for the time being and leave this big guy to have a rest in the sun there. So I'll try and pick another tree. Back in a moment. Hello, Ant-Man 29 Able. Bringing you another video. Here I've just got a new hammock. Top quality hammock from UK Hammocks, and Matt in the UK, of course. This is how big it is here. Squashes up fairly small, and this comes in this bag, a double-ended bag here, so one end at each end, sometimes referred to as a bishop's bag. So it's an alternative to using one of those skins that people put the hammocks up in. So I'll just set up the hammock and I'll show you what's set up and the features of this top quality hammock. So here's the hammock set up. UK Hammocks. So here's the bishop bag. Just slides back over the end like that, and it's double end. One end here, one end back there, so it'll slide back over. One of the nice things I like about this, it's a gathered end hammock. So here it is here, tied off, and I think this is called Amsteel. Just goes to these two rings, and then you put your tree strap through and goes off up to the tree. Then to adjust it, just sliding this up and down, no problem at all. It's supposed to be about 30 degrees, so I think I've got it about there, which is fine. This is the Expedition hammock, so it's quite a bit wider apparently than the normal hammock. And this cloth here is supposed to be, I forget how many mil thick, but it's quite tough on the bottom, where say compared to this very thin nylon type material here. I think the basic hammock is like that, and the EDC hammock I'll show in a moment is made of this material. So it's quite thick, only single layer, and it should be good enough to stop mosquitoes and bugs biting through. So Matt's used his in Borneo on the Expedition. You can see on his website so photos where he's been there. The very fine mesh, good quality mesh, and the zips here, double-sided zip, but I've noticed already I'll need to put a little bit of cordage on here because his handle and the zip's a bit small to grab, and maybe a different coloured cordage because a little bit difficult to see. So just coming through here, up to this end of course, I think the little pocket, oh maybe this end, this mesh will come right off here and it tucks into a pocket up inside, so we'll just have a look at that. Oh yeah, here we go, here's the pocket. So if you don't want the mesh or there's no bugs, it all just tucks into this little pocket. One of the features of this is what he calls his foot box, just adjusted by the string here. It pulls it up and it's cut to allow you to sleep diagonally, so it's cut quite wide at this bottom area. There's his tag there, handcrafted in the UK by UK Hammocks, www.ukhammocks.co.uk. so that's Matt, UK Hammocks. He'll send them to Australia, no problem, and he's great answering emails and things like that. So it allows you to sleep diagonally, so actually coming across, not quite sure if you can see that, and your head ends up right over here and allows you for a fairly flat lay and very comfortable inside. I've just had a quick practice go of it. It's got a tie down loop on the side here. I think that's going to stabilise the hammock. This hammock can also be used on the ground because of the quite thick here, and then you just to make a little stick to hold up the net. Inside at the head end, We have two pouches with elastic in the ends. One of them they showed just putting a water bottle or something up in here, drink of water. This other one on a longer string would use more as a pillow, so you stuff a jacket or something inside there, use as a pillow, and then it can't fall out. If you want it, just push it off to the side. If you don't want it, it already comes built in with two pockets. I notice here two pockets are a little bit wind blowing now, that he stitched them at a slight angle, so I don't know if that's just to help you get your stuff or not. The ridge line's built in. Oh, now the wind's blowing. Built-in ridge line going right across there, and a pocket already built into your ridge line, which is great. So all in all, it's a great hammock by UK Hammocks. In my previous hammock video, it's not too bad a hammock. I used it a few times already, but there was a problem with the weight and the way it packed up. It didn't pack up very small. This one, after looking at a lot of reviews, a lot of different hammocks, there's many hammocks, many hammock companies, I decided to go for this one because it has features that people like to upgrade already. So it's already got the good suspension system, already comes with the bag, got a ridge line bag, all these sorts of things. Matt's quite happy to customize them if you want. So if you want extra pockets, he can do that. If you want a double layer, so you can slide a sleeping mat between the two layers, you can do that. Many adjustments, whatever you might like. So coming around this side, just to show you the other side, there's a tie down tag here as well on this end, so tie it across at an angle and unzips right back to here. So if you just want it as a big hammock, that's fine. This Ant-Man twin enable again. I'm just about to set this up. EDC hammock I got off Matt at UK Hammocks. It didn't come in the bag, but I just happened to have a little bag at home, and I'll show you this setup and how it's used. It can be used as a gear shelf or just as a temporary hammock if you like. The other thing I got as well, it's a bit of a set really, is this one called Jungle Chair. If you look on Matt's website, it just shows it's more of a triangular shape, and you can set it up as a chair in the forest. I don't think I'll do it just here because you really need a couple of limbs to set up in a triangular type fashion. There's a couple of videos already, or you can just set it up as like a single chair hammock, and it's great to use. So really small, really light, and just went in my pack in the top here, squeezed in, no trouble at all. So back in a moment. So here's the EDC hammock set up, and maintain enable back again. The EDC hammock set up, the wind's blowing. My wife just lying in the hammock there, so you can see how it sits lower to the ground than when it was before. And Matt recommends that the EDC hammock just be set up on top. So you can put your gear in here, sags down, and it's plenty wide enough just to use for yourself if you're bushwalking and want to stop for lunch, have a bit of a nap. Actually set this one up. Comes with a zip here, so the idea is that you'd put your gear in here and zip it up. It's got a little small thing. I've put some cordage on that, so zips up, seals it. Hopefully not too many bugs and things get in there attacking your gear in the jungle. So Matt has a video or two of showing this setup in the jungle. Just comes with this paracord. It's supposed to be rated to hold your own weight, so I hope it is. Pretty basic. There is a video with a guy in Australia, I think, can't quite remember his YouTube channel, where he has this one set up down underneath here. So it's very low to the ground, and you could do that as well. Maybe it's a little bit better that way, I'm not sure. So obviously I haven't got a tarp set up yet, so your tarp would go over the top of this again and start to make your camp, or an admin type area. I just set up the Auscam Hootchie, set up a little bit high, plenty of room for me to actually walk under here, plenty of head height. There's the gear shelf set up, hammock down here and slapping away a little bit at the back. I haven't got the hootchie really tightened up yet, but you can see that it's more than long enough to cover the end of the hammock. The hammock's just in there, and the same on the other end. And maybe it was really badly rained, I'd close the hootchie down so it covers it over. This strap hanging down here acts like a drip line, so hopefully not too much rain gets inside the hammock. The hootchie looks a bit bright now, being in the sun, bright colours, but does the job. If I was setting up a more permanent camp, I'd use a DD tarp, which is much bigger. Just come around here and see the other side there. So far so good. Setting up camp here. So by all means I could have my cook set and everything laid out here. Just clean a little bit of this grass and stuff away. Oh, there's a water bottle sitting there. So have a little cooking area and something like that under a campsite. So that's the idea of a hammock. No need to be sleeping on the ground and sleeping on rocks or something, as long as you find some suitable trees. But the good thing of this hammock too, being an expedition hammock, like I mentioned, is that you can put it on the ground. And I have a bivy bag, one of the US ones, and a sleeping bag, so it'd be quite good for sleeping on the ground as well. This is Ant-Man Twin and Abel. Thanks for watching. You're welcome to leave any good constructive comments. And until next time.